Good afternoon, my name is Kurt Warford and I'm here from Red Hat. What I'd like to talk to you about today is how Red Hat sees itself fitting into your cloud strategy moving forward. Now to do that, we're going to talk about four different topics. First, we're going to talk about some trends in the overall cloud marketplace. Second, we're going to cover some solutions that are already out there today from other vendors to help you build a cloud. Third, we're going to talk about how Red Hat best sees fit for you to build your own cloud. And fourth, we're going to cover some specific Red Hat solutions that will help you build the cloud that you're trying to build today. So let's begin with those overall trends in the cloud marketplace. So customers see the level of utility computing that public cloud providers are able to achieve, and they desire to bring that same capability in-house. Cloud computing could best be defined as getting unlimited capacity at unknown demand. So what's another one of these capabilities? It also includes efficiency. Public cloud providers are able to provide massively scalable infrastructures at a fraction of the cost of enterprise IT organizations. And you can use a whole host of metrics to prove this point. But why is that? Well, enterprises have a lot of challenges to undertake when trying to complete enterprise computing. One of those challenges, first of all, being the need to run legacy applications. So it's not uncommon to find a successful IT organization that's supporting an application in some way, shape, or form that has survived for decades. Enterprise IT organizations have to deal with complex infrastructures. So they can have multiple different infrastructure pieces from multiple different vendors that are used to support a whole range of applications, including these legacy applications we just touched on. So moving on, regulatory concerns are also a challenge in enterprise computing, and that's whether you are constrained by your specific vertical industry or by the geographic location of your business. And finally, the end-all be-all for IT computing, enterprise IT computing, is governance. So not only do you have to manage these different pieces of infrastructure and applications, but you have to do so while you keep in mind the intense regulatory, security, and compliance concerns that exist in the industry today. So let's move on and talk about some offerings that are out there from some other vendors today to build your own cloud. And we tend to kind of silo these offerings into a couple different groups. So we see some vendors that are offering a cloud in a box type of solution. So this can be anything from a virtualization management solution or a self-service portal. The problem with these solutions is that they're not going to interoperate well with your legacy applications, and they're not going to take full utilization of the infrastructure pieces that you already have in place today. So while this may be a good solution for a public cloud provider, it's not a great solution for enterprise IT. Next, we see vendors pitching that you can build a cloud on their different infrastructure technologies. So for example, we call these infrastructure silos, and for example, you have virtualization companies that will allow you to build out a cloud on their specific virtualization stack, but the problem is that may not extend to the legacy applications that you have in place, and it won't encompass the infrastructure that you already have in place today, or encompass the systems that you have not yet virtualized. So you're not getting full use of everything that you already have in place today. And it will also create a problem specifically for virtualization vendors if you choose to implement a second virtualization technology. So again, this isn't ideal for enterprise computing. So what Red Hat is advocating is that you build an open hybrid cloud. So an open hybrid cloud means more than just open source. It encompasses open standards, interoperability, eliminating vendor lock-in at all levels of the infrastructure stack and just giving you more choice for when it comes to building the cloud so that you can get these capabilities that you desire that you see in the public cloud today of agility and efficiency, and also deal with all the concerns that you see in enterprise computing. So let's move on to our third topic and talk about the best practices that Red Hat has for building an open hybrid cloud. So to do so, what you'll first start off by doing is building a private cloud. To do that, you'll need to choose the virtualization technology of your choice, apply it to some of the physical infrastructure that you have in place today, and then scale as needed. But you'll also want to make sure that these capabilities, that you'll be able to deploy application workloads to the cloud, to the public cloud. So specifically, this key component of building a hybrid cloud is very important to put in place before you start undertaking cloud computing. But infrastructure is just part of the story. You'll also want to manage your applications that you have in these cloud deployments. So you'll want to take the workloads that you've deployed in the cloud and be able to manage them through their life cycle of development to test to production. This will allow, and whenever you take these two pieces and you combine them, what you do is you provide your users with a governed self-service environment. So what does that mean? Well, it means that your users can deploy applications on demand, and it also still gives IT the ability to hold the governance and administration over your deployments that they desire, so they can control who has access to what and where these applications are run, whether inside the enterprise data center or out in the public cloud. So let's touch on the Red Hat solutions that are available today that you can use to build a cloud. So I like to start with one of the most fundamental components of building an open hybrid cloud, and that's storage. So with our software-only NAS scale-out storage solution, you can ensure portability between your applications in the enterprise data center and the public cloud. You'll also get some of the best functionality that you can see in the industry from storage. In fact, our hybrid storage product is the only product that will give you the capability to have a high availability implementation in an Amazon EC2 cloud. But what about customers that already have already chosen Red Hat as their operating system of choice? Well, for them, we have a cloud with virtualization offering that obviously takes Red Hat Enterprise Linux and combines it with Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization, which is our virtualization solution that harnesses the power of the KVM hypervisor that's built right into the Linux kernel, and it includes enterprise virtualization management capabilities, and then we combine that with our Red Hat CloudForms offering so that you have the ability to manage your application deployments in the cloud like we spoke about here, and provide your users with a governed self-service deployment. But there are some customers out there that want a more single source solution, and for that they're kind of looking at a hybrid infrastructure as a service solution. So Red Hat offers this in the form of just expanding on our cloud with virtualization solution. So we take Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization and CloudForms, as we just spoke of, and we combine it with RHEL Guest so that you can take the application workloads that you desire to deploy in the public cloud and deploy those to the public cloud and run them on a RHEL operating system. And finally, there are customers that are looking for cloud technologies to help them revolutionize the way that they do application development. And what these customers are looking at is something called enterprise platform as a service. So they wish to bring these capabilities of agility and efficiency and bring them into the application development process. So with Red Hat's OpenShift enterprise platform as a service solution, you can do that. You can bring agility and efficiency to application development and the life cycle of these applications while still allowing IT to have the governance and the administration that they so desire, all while still building a self-service automated application and deployment and development environment. So this is just a quick picture of some of Red Hat's cloud solutions, and what I'd like to do now is ask for some time on your calendar so we can talk about your specific cloud needs.